Long ago, people looked at the world differently. They didn't have satellites or spaceships. They relied on their eyes and stories passed down through generations. These stories, found in ancient scriptures like the Bible, often spoke of a flat earth. Imagine a world where the land stretches out like a pancake, the sky is a dome above, holding back the waters. This is the world we'll explore through the lens of Genesis. Come, let's journey back to a time when the universe felt smaller, yet somehow even more wondrous. The Bible, especially the book of Genesis, describes the creation of the earth. It uses language that reflects the understanding of the natural world at that time. While scientific discoveries have since shown us that the earth is a sphere, these ancient stories still hold value. They offer a glimpse into the minds of our ancestors, their relationship with the cosmos, and their attempts to comprehend the divine act of creation. It's a perspective both humbling and enlightening. Picture a perfect summer day at Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. The sky is a brilliant blue, like a freshly painted ceiling. The sun beams down, warm and inviting. The gentle roar of the waves crashing against the shore creates a soothing rhythm. Children's laughter mingles with the calls of seagulls. This is our classroom, this vibrant slice of creation. Here, amongst the sandcastles and beach umbrellas, we'll uncover the secrets of Genesis. The sand beneath our feet, soft and golden, becomes a canvas. Each grain, warmed by the sun, represents a star in the vast expanse of the universe. The ocean, stretching out as far as the eye can see, mirrors the primordial waters described in Genesis. This beach, teeming with life and bathed in the glow of the sun, becomes a tangible representation of the world our ancestors envisioned. It's a world both familiar and awe-inspiring, waiting to be explored. Sitting on a beach towel, her pink fur gleaming in the sunlight, is Fifi. Fifi isn't just any poodle, she's a poodle with a purpose. She's here to share the wisdom of the scriptures, to explain the universe as it was understood in those ancient tales. With a twinkle in her eye and a wag of her tail, she gathers her audience, a flock of curious seagulls, a family of sandpipers, and even a crab peeking out from his burrow. "Fifi, gather round, my friends," she barks in a surprisingly clear voice. "Let's dive into the book of Genesis." In the beginning, Fifi begins, her voice as soothing as the ocean breeze. God created the heavens and the earth. She pauses, letting the weight of those words sink in. "Fifi, now imagine the earth as a vast flat disc, like a giant pancake. The seagulls squawk in agreement, picturing their world stretching out endlessly. Fifi, and above this earth, God created a magnificent dome, a firmament to separate the waters above from the waters below. The sandpipers tilt their heads, intrigued by the concept of waters above the sky. Fifi points her fluffy pink paw towards the sky. "Look up," she instructs her rapt audience. "That, my friends, is the firmament, a solid dome that holds back the heavens." Genesis describes this firmament as a barrier separating earth from the celestial waters above. Genesis 1:6-8 tells us, "And God said, 'Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters.' And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters above. And God called the firmament heaven." The image of a solid sky, a dome holding back an unseen ocean, takes root in their minds. The crab, emboldened by Fifi's engaging lesson, scuttles closer. "Crab waters above," he clicks, his eye stalks waving. "But where are they? All I see is blue sky." Fifi smiles, her tail wagging excitedly. "This is her favorite part." Fifi, "Ah," she says, her voice filled with wonder. "That's the beauty of it. Genesis tells us that God placed a vast ocean above the firmament. These waters are held back by the sky, just like a giant roof." She explains how this celestial ocean was believed to be the source of rain, with windows or gates in the firmament that God opened and closed to control the weather. "Fifi, think of it like this," Fifi continues, using her paw to draw a picture in the sand. "Imagine a giant bathtub upside down over the earth. That's the firmament. And the water inside? That's the celestial ocean. When God wants to send rain, he opens a window in the sky and the water pours down. The seagulls, imagining a giant bathtub in the sky, squawk with amusement." Fifi's simple analogy, rooted in the imagery of their everyday world, makes the concept of waters above both relatable and awe-inspiring. A curious sandpiper hops closer to Fifi. Sandpiper, what about the sun and moon, she chirps. Where do they fit into all of this? Fifi beams. Fifi, excellent question, she exclaims. God created the sun and moon on the fourth day. These celestial bodies were seen as two great lights, placed within the firmament to rule over the day and night. Fifi Genesis, January 14th, 16 tells us, and God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years." The sun, dipping towards the horizon, paints the sky in hues of orange and pink, a testament to its role as a celestial timekeeper. As the sun begins its descent, casting long shadows across the sand, Fifi moves onto the foundation of the earth. Now, she says, her voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper, Genesis also tells us about what lies beneath our feet. The sandpipers, intrigued, huddle closer. Fifi explains that the ancients believed the earth rested upon foundations, pillars sunk deep into the watery abyss below. These pillars, immovable and unshakable, provided stability to the world above. It was a concept that brought comfort, a sense of security in a world often unpredictable and wild. This might sound strange, Fifi admits, but remember, people back then didn't have the same understanding of the earth as we do now. They looked for explanations that made sense in their world. She explains how the concept of pillars holding up the earth reflected the importance of stability and order in their lives. It was a way of making sense of the vastness of creation, of finding comfort in the idea that even something as immense as the earth had a solid foundation. The crab, his curiosity piqued, raises a claw, but if the earth is flat, he clicks, does that mean it has edges? Could you fall off? Fifi chuckles softly. That's a question that puzzled many, she admits. Some stories speak of the earth having edges, boundaries beyond which lay the unknown. She explains that the phrase four corners of the earth, often found in ancient texts, contributed to this idea. While not meant to be taken literally, it reflected a belief that creation had limits, a defined space within the vastness of the cosmos. These corners weren't necessarily physical places, Fifi clarifies. They represented the farthest reaches of creation, the boundaries of the known world. She explains how this concept of a finite earth provided a sense of order and control in a world full of unknowns. It created a framework for understanding their place within the grand scheme of creation, a way of comprehending the vastness of the universe by defining its limits. As the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in a final burst of color, Fifi falls silent. The seagulls, their hunger momentarily forgotten, gaze out at the vast expanse of the ocean. The sandpipers, nestled together, look up at the first twinkling stars emerging in the darkening sky. The crab, his eye stalks retracting as the light fades, burrows deeper into the sand. The beach, now bathed in the soft glow of twilight, becomes a place of quiet contemplation. The story of creation as told in Genesis might seem simplistic to us now, but for the people who first heard these words, it was a powerful explanation of the world around them. It provided comfort, order, and a sense of their place within a vast and often unpredictable universe. As we look up at the stars, knowing what we know now about the true nature of our planet and the cosmos beyond, we can still appreciate the beauty and wonder that inspired those ancient tales. The waves lap gently against the shore, erasing the day's footprints and sandcastles. The stars, now scattered like diamonds across the velvet canvas of the night sky, seem to twinkle with amusement. The story of creation as told by Fifi the poodle serves as a reminder that our understanding of the universe is constantly evolving. What we hold to be true today may be seen as myth or legend tomorrow. But even as our scientific knowledge expands, the human desire to find meaning, purpose, and connection to something larger than ourselves remains constant. As you leave the beach today, carry with you the wonder of discovery, the beauty of ancient stories, and the enduring human quest to comprehend the universe and our place within it. For even in the shifting sands of time, some truths remain constant. The awe-inspiring vastness of creation, the interconnectedness of all things, and the enduring power of storytelling to shape our understanding of the world around us.